I see him out there and and I've seen a bunch of other people doing this, but it's just like, if you want to go look through it, I mean, it's just crazy. But he had this post about how Israel did this. Israel just murdered Charlie Kirk. And you know me, I don't know. I'm biggest fan of Israel, but I literally just replied and I went, what evidence do we have that Israel was involved with this at all? And I mean, man, if you want to be disturbed, go look through the replies to that.
With the terrible murder of Charlie Kirk, many people are blaming it on Israel and, scapegoat, blame the Jews like they always do. But what I found was interesting is Dave Smith seemingly is starting to wake up, and he's reading a lot of these comments. He's like, wow, people really just blame everything on Israel. So here's a little bit of a video of Dave Smith realizing that perhaps he is endorsing a bunch of Jew haters. Check it out.
Just try to stay away from that bad force. And I should say, one more thing that I just, because I, of whatever, I don't even want to get into the politics of any of it, but I did see, Ian Carroll, and I'm not trying to personally blast him or anything like that. I'm not starting any feuds or nothing like that. I've said nice things about Ian in the past. I know he's said nice things about me, but I see him out there and and I've seen a bunch of other people doing this, but it's just if you want to go look through it, I mean, it's just crazy. But he had this post about how Israel did this. Israel just murdered Charlie Kirk. And you know me, I don't know. I'm biggest fan of Israel, but I literally just replied and I went, what evidence do we have that Israel was involved with this at all? And I mean, man, if you want to be disturbed, go look through the replies to that. It is unbelievable how people put together theory. They're like, what evidence do you have? By the way, the answer is none. We have absolutely no evidence. There is absolutely no reason to even suspect that is the case, let alone to determine that it's a fact. And all the things people are posing, it's just guys, Jesus Christ, man, I'm sorry. I just don't go for sloppy, kooky theories. If you got some evidence, bring it to me and I'll be the first one to look into it. But then people going he was waking up to Israel. Dude, he said release the Epstein files, and he once on an interview said the pro-Israel people are getting a little too crazy when they're accusing even me of being anti-Israel, but that's about it. And to his credit, he defended having me at the thing and having Tucker and Megan there and stuff, but you've just got no real theory here, and it just makes no sense at all. Telling me the government of Israel took out their number one guy who still had influence amongst young people. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I don't think it's I don't know. I think honestly, in a way, I think a lot of those guys might have fallen into their own dark force where they're just so, wrapped up in blaming Israel and blame for everything that you start to see it, or you kind of desire that conclusion before you've even reached it. But I think anyone, let's just fucking breathe on this for a little bit. Let's get I'm again, as I say all the time, I'm not against a conspiracy theory. I love a good conspiracy theory. Lots of them are true, but you gotta have a case to make. You got to have evidence, a coherent narrative, a through line, different, things that back up your assertions. It can't just be this just, I don't know. We'll just say that. We'll say it was them. Who cares? I hate that shit. I should say, and I'll probably wrap up here in a.
So that was a clip. He's like, wow, all these people that I befriended, they all hate Israel and they hate the Jews. And they're blaming Israel for everything. And they're in this huge conspiracy. We try to tell you, Dave. I mean, I like the fact that you're calling this out. I like the fact that you're not like them. But I mean, listen, these people are obviously obsessed with Israel. I mean, the thing he's referring to is Ian Carroll, who right after Charlie Kirk was brutally murdered. And I don't even want to talk about this because it's so tragic. It should just be about Charlie and how, how tragic that was. But the fact that people then try to hijack his death to paint it as some kind of conspiracy that Israel was going to take out one of their best advocates because they thought he was waking up or something is shocking, in my opinion. And not only that, he referred to Ian Carroll, but Candace Owens is talking about it now. You know, people that are very close to the family. Like, don't you think it's better to wait till maybe more facts come out, more things come out about the shooter? And they know the shooter isn't Jewish or Israeli. They know everything. They know all these facts, and yet they continue to try to dig some kind of connection to Israel. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I think it's disgusting to Charlie Kirk, his family, um, to everybody, really. You know, everybody who's mourning, everybody in America who's mourning this, and then you have to create this big web of lies with no evidence, as Dave Smith said. I think it's disgusting to do it all together to try to find some kind of thing. But if you're going to do it, at least bring some evidence. You know, there's zero evidence to the facts that perhaps Israel was involved. And the fact that some people are going out on a limb and saying, for sure, Israel murdered Charlie Kirk. Israel did this. Israel did that. It's insanity. And it shows the level of Israel derangement syndrome that these people have. Everything wrong with the world is connected to Israel. And I'm happy that Dave Smith is at least a little bit waking up to this. Like, he's realizing, whoa, you know, the people I just endorsed, they're kind of insane. You know, they're kind of like kooky. And I think, in my opinion, Dave Smith is also a little bit kooky. And I think he also is a little bit of, I'm not going to let him off the hook, but I think this is a moment that at least I can commend him for, you know, being at least a little bit on the common sense side here. And I want to end this video by just saying, you know, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We won't forget you, and your words have a lasting impact. I mean, you just look at the millions of posts about Charlie Kirk all across social media, people, you know, telling stories about how they knew him, people sharing photos, people sharing videos. I have spent maybe the last 48 hours watching endless videos about Charlie Kirk and his life and what he did and his connection to the Sabbath. And I think, you know, and his love for Israel and his love for the Jewish people, I think it is unmatched and incredible. So, you know, rest in peace, Charlie. And I hope that the family finds some level of peace going forward and can continue their lives as you would probably want them to. If you believe in what we do here over at Jewish Uncensored, consider supporting us in a few different ways. You can support us monetarily by going to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. You can also go to our new merchandise store, IsraelUncensored.com, where we just dropped a bunch of new merch. Additionally, to gain access to exclusive content, you can go to our memberships tab on this channel and join there. And finally, you can share this video with both family and friends in order to share this message with the world. Thank you so much for your support.